Welcome to the podcast where we explore true crimes, mysteries, and the unexplained. In this podcast, we will discuss Al Capone. We are
The Crime Squad.
Al Capone had a very, very terrible early upbringing. He was born January 7th, 1899 in Brooklyn, New York. He struggled financially, and his parents worked very hard for his large family because he actually had 9 siblings. They had 9 kids. Al Capone was born, obviously, like I said, in Brooklyn, and he became one of the most infamous American gangsters during the Prohibition era. So let's say he probably was a bootlegger, just like
He basically owned half of Brooklyn if you think about it, because he was a
owned
big
everything.
gangster, right?
Oh, big gangster. Big gangster. Capone's notoriety skyrocketed when he took control of the illegal alcohol trade. Like I said, he's probably a bootlegger. He took control of the illegal alcohol trade during the Prohibition era, establishing himself as the leading bootlegger in actually Chicago. He operated numerous speakeasies, breweries, and distilleries, amassing immense wealth and power. Capone's empire thrived on corruption and intimidation, with his enforcers known for their brutal methods. So if he didn't get what he wanted, he would send his enforcers and kill the people that screwed him over, basically.
Basically owned a lot of people, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah. Despite his criminal activities, Capone managed to cultivate a public image as a charitable figure. He became known as the Scarface due to a prominent facial scar, to the origin which is still debated. So we don't know how he got that scar, but we can guess, you know?
Probably like a war they had between gangsters and gangsters.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Anyways, in 1931, Capone's criminal reign became to an end when he was convicted to tax evasion. With a lot of money, basically.
Oh, yeah.
The government successfully prosecuted him for not reporting income from illegal activities.
So he wasn't reporting what money he made because obviously it was illegal, so you can't report it.
Yeah, because the stuff that he did was terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
So Capone was sentenced to 11 years in federal prison and fined heavily. He served his time in Alcatraz.
We know about Alcatraz.
Yes.
Alcatraz is a famous island prison, right?
Yeah, they prisoners escape from there, basically.
Damn.
So where his health oh wow, he had cancer.
Really?
Yeah. He was released on parole.
He had cancer in prison?
Yes, and he was released on parole in 1939. And his health continued to decline until his death on January 25, 1947, at the age of 48.
I was going to say he lived a long life, but I guess he didn't.
That's just crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, so you start an illegal business and then get gangster enforcers to go and kill people.
Yeah, just to get what they want.
Exactly.
And then you had cancer, went to prison, came out prison, 11 years later, your health declined.
But isn't it crazy that he only went to prison for 11 years? After what he made, $1 billion? I don't know.
He probably killed a lot of people.
And only went to prison for 11 years. And he was
crazy.
Big bootleg. I guess back then the times were different. When was it? 1940s?
Yeah, 1940s. And then he came out in 1950-something, 1953. Are you sure?
Wow. I mean, yeah, nah. Capone, he was the biggest mobster of all time, I would say.
In Brooklyn, yeah. He kind of owned...
And Chicago. He owned Chicago. He owned Brooklyn. He owned everything. He was...
But the thing is, 11 years is not enough. But hey, he did die from cancer because his health started to decline and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Well,
yeah.
I just hope the families... I hope all the families, got justice for what he did to them, So,
it basically impacted the world, to be honest, on what he did. He probably made other gangsters do what he did.
Exactly. I think,
to make a lot of money.
He is definitely the reason we did have big mobsters. It's not just him. He sparked an entire community of people that aspired to be gangsters like him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyways... This is the end of the podcast.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was Al Capone, and we are
the Crime Squad.